Hello and welcome to Man Plays Game. Not a Sailor made a game called Buddy Simulator 1984, and I played it. Buddy Simulator 1984 is indeed a simulation game. It's a first-person perspective of an 80s-era computer console, bowed screen and all, and it's from there that you launch the Buddy Sim. So it's really a sim in a sim, but that's just where the game begins. Your buddy is inquisitive, your buddy is thoughtful, your buddy will do anything it can to make sure you're As you spend more time with your buddy, it becomes clear that Not a Sailor has made a unique game that gives new meaning to the phrase, "It's not a bug, it's a feature." This is not the first time a game was presented this way, but it is executed with great skill. Their recreation of the 80s era monitor is spot on. Scan lines and bloom, with even occasional flickering, sells the experience. In addition to the throwback visuals, the sounds of the console can be heard constantly humming in the background. Not only does this help immersion, but it helps create a lovely suspense when conversing with your new buddy. Right after the program is launched, your buddy will start to ask you questions, and after your buddy knows some things about you, it's time to play some games. There are several to choose from, like Hangman, Rock, Paper, Scissors, even a little adventure game. Now this is all text-based, and the descriptive writing for the adventure is very well done. Honestly, it's something I didn't know that I missed in a video game. Of course, while you play, your buddy is present, watching, adding comments and little personal touches to the game. As you and your buddy learn more about each other, they make updates to the program to keep you better entertained and happy. Its improvements include visual changes as well as new kinds of games to play. Eventually, the program becomes advanced enough to offer a computer-simulated visualization of the text-based world. While losing the initial charm of the text-based format, they did gain the ability to show you a wider world with new and strange characters. The more you explore, even more improvements are made, from the visuals to the narrative. Your buddy is generating new elements and events, trying so hard to make an entertaining game for you. It is amusing seeing the AI get flustered when a new program doesn't work perfectly and it has to make adjustments quickly. Your buddy just doesn't get flustered. There are all sorts of emotions this AI is capable of. One of the most prevalent is its sense of humor. The many characters created and written by the AI all have a whimsy and humor to them. At first it felt like the AI was just poor at trying to write dialogue, as computers still tend to do. And while that may be intentional, as the narrative comes into focus, the whimsical humor takes on a new, more morbid meaning. The characters and events that this seemingly normal program creates can be charming, but on occasion you may be confronted with death, or tone-deaf, almost joking way. This makes sense knowing a computer is writing it, but it raises questions too. Like, how did we go from rock, paper, scissors to gouging out our own eyes? Many more questions like this arise during a playthrough, and you'll get some answers by the end, but the game can mean different things depending on how closely you pay attention. At a glance, it is an interesting twist to both AI stories and early-era computer games, but there are also emotional undertones to explore, and piecing everything together made me feel like a detective. I wonder if maybe this could even be considered a mystery. Not only are there separate narratives layered on top of one another, there are multiple endings, and each are unique and rewarding. The endings differ depending on the choices you make as a buddy and as a gamer. The goal of the game is straightforward. You just play with your buddy, have as much fun as you want exploring everything that was made for you. There is a variety in the ways you can approach the world, and many ways to challenge the limitations built by your buddy, which makes replayability a possibility. There is a lot of typing involved in the gameplay, so that could be a detractor for some gamers. There is also no real way to lose in the game, so this makes it more of a casual, albeit sometimes intense experience. One of the games is essentially a time to learn to type game and can get stressful if you aren't quick on the keyboard, but there was enough variety in the games that did indeed keep things fresh and entertaining. There is so much more I want to talk about, but I can't because of massive spoilers. I can say though that this game delivered on what you see in the trailer, in this video, and everything else I experienced outside of that was a pleasant surprise. So much so that I played through all of the endings and made sure to check every nook and cranny for ways to push the limits of the program. This was a unique experience to be sure, but may not be for every kind of gamer. I'm giving Buddy Simulator a 1984 out of 5, meaning if you like adventures, mystery, and just a touch of the horrific, check this game out. It is well worth it. You got opinions? Share them with the world by posting in the comments. Thanks for watching, and take care.